Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage, Smackdown. Hold the title, this is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Yes, Wrestling with Savage does begin now. I'm here with Anthony Loves Wrestling, and we're going to be talking about all elite wrestling. What's going on, Ant? Can you hear me good?
Yep, I can hear you.
What's going on, man? I heard earlier you were making a comment saying tonight's episode sucked.
Yeah, the only good thing was MJF.
Tell me why? Is it that hard?
And I'll just explain as we go.
As we go along? Okay. Well, that's great, Anthony. I'm glad that I can ask you a question about a show you just spent 2 hours watching, but you can't even tell me why. Don't piss me off tonight, Anthony. Why are you starting with me early tonight, man? Seriously. I want to know why you're fucking pissing me off already at 10:33 p.m. at night, goddammit. I ask you a question. I want a fucking answer. Why did it suck? Why did it suck for you tonight?
Keith Lee looked like dog shit.
Okay, that's fair.
He looked strong in the ring, but look, I don't like the look. You know, he didn't. The look really didn't do anything for me, and you know, and then the whole.
It was
just didn't need the.
You were just upset. You didn't like it. Jay, no. By the way, everybody give Jay a shout out. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Jay. How you doing,
right
man?
There.
What are you like?
Literally right behind me.
You're 26
right
years old now? How old are you now?
Yeah, something like that.
I
am going to say this. I had to come on tonight. I can't see no 5-star matches over here or good positive reviews. I'm here to tell the truth, even though I may have a couple drinks in my head. I'm ready to spill it all out to you tonight.
Yeah, well, I don't know about no 5-star matches, but we're going to start off tonight with Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allin. Darby ends up winning with a Last Supper. The match itself, I was actually surprised. I actually liked the match. It was probably the best match of the night, if I'm being completely honest. There was some good spots there. I like how they gave the performers some time to really perform. And I appreciated that Darby looked like he was really trying to connect on a lot of his shots. Swerve looked like he was taking it easy the first 10 minutes of the match. Then he obviously amped up the pace. It was a good match. And Darby had to overcome a lot of crap in order to get the win. So obviously he looked really strong. You have Swerve coming out with the embassy now. All right. Obviously we have this guy over here. Brian Cage has re-signed with AEW, so that makes the embassy a big deal. Are we done with those other two guys, Jay? Is this now the new face of the embassy?
It's officially over, guys. We haven't seen Braun Breaker on TV or whatever his name is, Bordeaux on TV since February. So I think it's truly over. I think it just speaks for itself in the ring. And the other guy was a former MLB player. Like, you expect them to do wrestling moves for guys that he's been wrestling opposite for 5-6 year experience? There's no way.
Well, they didn't give him really much of a chance, to be honest. I mean,
Savage, he had the opportunity of a lifetime. I don't want to hear that. Just like the Shield had the opportunity of lifetime and they made a mark. This guy had the opportunity to make a mark. His forearm shots and his strikes are soft as hell. And that's
to be fair. The Shield was groomed in NXT, though. Let's be honest about that.
Okay, but it's a sink or swim. You should know that.
What were your thoughts?
Business is sink or swim. And
what were your thoughts on the match?
I'm gonna agree with you. We know what these guys could do together because they fought before. It's a strong opener. I think you needed a strong opener instead of the Cassidy jokes for the last 3-4 weeks. This actually was good to me. This part, let alone as the Brian Cage contract renewal, I think that was a bad mistake.
Okay, I agree with you. The match was very strong, and it was definitely a strong opener. I would go as far to say it's probably the best match I've seen on Dynamite in at least 3-4 weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sad. What you said? Oh, yeah, that's right. So my drink here says that not only was this a strong opener, Savage, but isn't this predictable, guys? And let me just tell you right there, this is why I feel that Tonykahn doesn't come up with creative ideas. We've been seeing this for the last 2 weeks, guys. This is all 4-pillar matches, okay? But I'll tell you what, and I'm going to let Savage go into the next slide on that, and I'll get into my details on it. But isn't this the same thing we've seen the last 2 weeks?
Listen, man.
Say yes. Say yes.
Listen, man. It was a good match. It was the best match I've seen on Dynamite in at least 3 weeks, if I'm being completely honest. 100%. It was better than anything I saw on live last week at the UBS Arena.
If you're saying that, then you're basically crapping on the other.
Wait, hold on. That
I'm just saying,
segment,
hold on. This was the best.
No, Savage, that MJF segment was pretty bomb.
Did I say segment? I said match. Did you see MJF wrestle in a fucking match?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh. He's starting early tonight, Jay. He's starting early tonight.
I think I know what Tonykahn is doing. He's basically testing all the pillars every single week, one by one by one. But I told you guys since this first started that Darby Allin is the strongest on the mic. You could get into that next slide when he cuts the promo with MJF. But
yeah, no,
that
MJF segment, I think the segment was almost as long as the match.
They
went at it for a while, and you're right. Darby sounded strong. But did he really need Sting to come out? I still think it was a cool moment to have Sting next to MJF. And Sting was dropping a lot of names. He was dropping names like Cody. He was dropping names like Ricflair.
And that's why it made it so special. I don't think it ruined anything. I think it was a good twist to it. And we haven't seen Sting on TV in a while.
That's true. And the first time we see him, it's with MJF. It's just nice to see that side-by-side shot. Imagine them having a world title championship match down the road. Could happen. If MJF, let's say, like you said, Darby Allin's the strongest competitor out of all the challengers.
Darby Allin just proved tonight, Savage, that he's the strongest out of all the pillars, just like I said, since the first time they all got together in the ring. This guy got it all. The crowd is in the palm of Darby Allin's hands. If you didn't notice, all the chants of, yeah, Darby, they're behind him. I'm behind him. Sting was a nice push to give to Darby. But let's face it, I told you guys, you want a money-making match on a pay-per-view next? Please stop with all this crap. Put Darby Allin. It's the clear choice, period.
Darby Allin and MJF definitely went at it tonight. Sting made the big appearance. Welcome, Total What Tom, to the show. Let's get everybody else out of here. We're going to go right to you, Tom. I want you to tell me what you thought about this match, and then, of course, the promo afterwards.
MJF match or the first match? I mean, the Darby Allin match.
Come on, man. Don't piss me off right now. Don't piss me off right now, Tom. Jay thinks he's going to talk. This is Wrestling with Savage.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Jay, but this is Total What Time.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jay. Welcome to the 40 Club. Are you 40?
Yes, sir. I am.
All right. With MJF, it seems to be the same old every week. I'd like to see something more involved with him. It's always him talking. I'd like to see.
If you could you please talk about the match first?
Oh, what do you want me? It was a bunch of movement. That AEW, all the matches are that to me. They're just one spot after the next. How many times do I have to see a super kick where they slap their leg? How many times do I have to see a big spot where all of a sudden Darby gets up? You know what's funny? Darby's finishing maneuver is less impressive than some of the stuff he does in the ring. And yet that's how he gets the win. And I hated the end. The Last Supper, you do all these moves, and then you win by a roll-up. I saw that twice tonight, by the way. I saw that with Orange Cassidy, where they do all these great moves, and then it's the roll-up that gets the win. Makes no sense whatsoever.
Come on, Tom. I told you to tell me about the match, and then MJF. Now's your chance to go off about MJF, Sting. What did you think about that segment, and did you think it was special? Be honest.
I didn't you hear me?
No, I didn't pay attention to any of that because I wanted you to talk about the match.
I did. I talked about the match.
I know, but what did you think about MJF tonight?
Oh, MJF. okay. I mean, I like Sting coming out there. I'd like to see actually Sting take on MJF.
I like that. That's a great call. Did you like the name dropping by Sting?
Yeah, that's fine. Why not?
I'm going to defend Darby Allin's roll-up. I'm not going to defend Orange Cassidy's roll-up because, like you said, we had seen it already in the night earlier, so why do it again?
Right.
But number one, let's be honest about something. I'm gonna put this out there right now. I take Darby Allin very serious. I don't take Orange Cassidy very serious. Okay? Orange Cassidy compared to Darby Allin, Jay, and I know you're ready to say something because I see your tongue ready to roll out of your head.
I am disappointed at something tonight, Darby. Well, go ahead. I'll let you.
No, I just want to defend the Last Supper. I take that move very seriously because they have used it in high marquee matches, and he has beaten some big names with that move. So as far as like keeping kayfabe or whatever, they've done a great job of defending Darby Allin's arsenal of moves. And you're right, some of the things he does in the middle of the match, in the beginning of the match, they're more impressive than the finisher. But that's what makes him so dangerous and believable, and how he can overcome the odds and somehow, after a 20-minute whooping, let's say, from a monster like Wardlow, be able to pull off the Last Supper out of nowhere because these guys just don't see it coming. I'm just trying to show you why they make that move special. But letting Orange use it later on in the night diminishes it greatly. And Tony not seeing that is kind of stupid. I agree with you there. Jay, what do you got? You got something for Orange?
Yeah. I can't defend Darby on something. I'm a little confused, guys, because MJF did mention that they had one of the greatest matches in 2021 in Full Gear, which I agree was one of the best matches on the card. I'm confused to why Darby didn't say that MJF cheated to get the headlock while it was mentioned. I think if you guys really think about it, I think that's a key factor that's just left off. And now I'm kind of thinking about it twice. I'm like, why he didn't just say he cheated? I mean, he just went off on something else. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was strong, but wouldn't that make sense, right? To explain, like, oh, you cheated, la la la. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, I didn't really. I think you're just drunk. I think you're drunk and you're just looking at it at a much deeper.
No, think about it. Angle. Think about it. How did he beat him? He cheated. Remember?
MJF?
1 to 3?
Yeah.
So why would you not mention it? MJF was using that
because he didn't need to mention it because all night long he's talking about his morals.
I feel
his morals. He's like your moral fiber. You're not a good person.
Wrong, but I just feel he should.
All right, maybe, but they still have time.
You guys disagree? It's cool.
No, I don't disagree. He could have mentioned it. I don't know why they didn't, but I think it's like self-implicated. The people that love Darby obviously know that MJF cheated to beat him.
But overall, Savage and Tom and Ed, I just think this whole booking is just to see who's the strongest out of the 4-pillar and who I could put on the paper.
We already know who the strongest.
And we already know since day one, so this is it, proof right here.
Okay, well, let's talk about this next matchup, right? Powerhouse Hobbs versus Silas Young. And there's the match. Powerhouse Hobbs is your winner. And we move on to Wardlow destroying and beating the hell out of a vehicle. Because this is why I want to go to Dynamite. I want to watch professional wrestlers beat up cars. I want to see professional wrestlers take a, what is that? The thing that holds the line? I don't even know what to call that thing. Anyway, now he gets into a forklift, which, by the way, he forgot to turn off on his way out. He could have ran over his own foot like an idiot. But, that's not Wardlow's fault. He doesn't work at Home Depot. This isn't his full-time job, but it is what it is. Now, Hobbs, of course, sees this, is irate. Now, Wardlow, obviously in the best shape of his life, great cardio, able to make it down to the ring in a matter of moments to beat the hell out of Hobbs. And they were beating each other. And what I didn't like about this is they had security come out to break it all up. They only have one guy on Hobbs, and somehow that is able to keep him away from Wardlow. Then you have 2 or 3 people near Wardlow. No one can stop him from powerbombing Aaron Young through the table, which I'll give Aaron Young a lot of credit. That was a legitimate bump. There were no foam boxes or pads. My man went through the table and to the floor. in a vicious power bomb, which I wish I would have got a screenshot of. But I will go to you guys. I will go to my illustrious panel here. Let's start off with the man in the top left corner, Tom. What did you think about Hobbs destroying the Butcher? And then, of course, this whole Wardlow situation.
Well, I thought it was refreshing to see an angle instead of just in-ring back and forth talking. So I kind of liked the fact that he was outside doing something to a car. We all saw that back in the Attitude Era when Stone Cold was beating the shit out of stuff. So it works. And I like the pull apart as well. So for me, it was refreshing.
Okay. No, I definitely had that Attitude vibe. Jay, how about you?
Do I have time? Or should Anthony go first?
Let's go. Anthony, you go first.
You want to
We'll
go
save
first?
Jay for last.
I got a lot to say.
He's going to ramble tonight. So you go first, man.
Honestly, I don't think we needed the match. In my opinion, I would have just rather seen the angle, like,
between Wardlow and Hobbs.
Yeah, just Wardlow doing that, and then Wardlow coming out on the stage and them just fighting.
I kind of agree with you.
So,
I'm not a fan of Butcher being buried on live national television. I'm not a fan of it. But Jay, the spotlight is yours, birthday boy. Give it to us.
They just buried one of the youngest rising stars we have ever seen homegrown in AEW right now. I can't believe you guys even have thoughts about this. I can't even believe there's a discussion about this. This is the most ridiculous angle I have ever seen in professional wrestling, period. And I'm going to get to it because it's my turn. And I'm going to get to this part. We are establishing that Powerhouse Hobbs loves his car. He comes out in his car. He comes out with his so-called QTV people. Then he has a squash match. Not only they buried one superstar, they buried another tonight in Butcher. Rest in peace, Butcher. But overall, you have to establish to me as a fan of how Hobbs is attached to the car, why he loves that car so much. There was no build-up to this car, period, that makes me think that, oh, Hobbs really loves his car. He's just coming out in the car and everything. You guys may call it attitude, whatever. I call it ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is silly. They just buried both superstars. A squash match for Butcher and Blade. Really. This is by far the worst thing I've ever seen on television. I can't believe you guys have thought Powerbomb and Solo and all that, Aaron. This was bad, guys. For me, you have to establish that the card means something. They didn't do that. They just put this shit on TV and they say, yeah, let's smash it.
Jay's not wrong. Jay's not wrong. I did not like the fact that the car was just in the middle of the parking lot. Like, who the hell is Hobbs? And he has that kind of VIP parking. Even MJF, the holder of the Triple B, doesn't even have parking that good. And you expect me to believe that Hobbs is just leaving his car in the middle of the parking lot so conveniently for the forklift scene? Jay is correct. Just like they don't tell good stories with matches and build-up, they didn't build up that car. They didn't build it up to have a connection to Hobbs on a personal level. Now imagine the last 5 weeks. My man showed up to the arena in the car, getting out with QT, getting out with some honeys, getting out with some of his friends. It's establishing that connection. It would have had more meaning. I get what you're saying, Jay. That's a great take, actually.
So, basically, I agree with what Jay is saying, but that just goes to prove that AEW does not know how to do storylines outside of the wrestling ring. So, for me, it was refreshing to see it. Do they need to do a better job of it? Yes. But at least it's a step in the right direction.
But also, do you realize that the amount of talent that's in AEW and the amount of wrestlers that these people have to, that the writers have to write for at the same time?
I get that.
I'm siding with you on this, Tom. Like, I am. Definitely. But, you know, there's so much. When they first started, they didn't have this much of a roster of what they have now.
And what did they have? 3 hours worth of programming a week, right? 2 on Wednesday.
This is what's going on right now. While we're in here discussing All Elite Wrestling, we have Lewis and John Pilcher over here talking about micro brawlers in the chat. asking about crates and this and that, and these guys are fucked. Look at them. Instead of being in here to talk about the week that is pro wrestling, to let us know what's going on at the wrestling universe, this just proves that Lewis is fucking worthless and he should not be paid for anything. He is not a worker. He is an observer, and somehow he's managed to get the best gig in the world and do nothing. And do nothing. Lewis, do something, Lewis. Get your stupid ass on Wrestling with Savage once a week. Even if it's for 5 minutes. To let us know what's going on with the wrestling universe. How about you, Tom? Do you have any updates on the Wrestling Collector? Anything going on there in the next week or two that we should know about?
If you give me the opportunity, I would love to give updates on that.
That should be your deal on maybe Mondays or Wednesdays. Whenever you come on at the end of the show, middle of the show, whenever you want.
End of the show.
I got some updates.
Yeah, end of the show. I think Lewis, though, does a very good job of getting coffee.
Have you ever tried Lewis's coffee?
I remember at the ETU show, he got a very good cup of coffee.
For you?
No, it's for his for the owner of the show.
How could you judge a cup of coffee that you didn't have? They're still talking about micro brawlers. I mean, he's sending pictures of a Hakeem micro brawler. But anyway, let's get back to AEW because we do have people here that do want to talk about it. And I'm not a big fan of Hobbs. But listen, let's be honest. We just talked about how AEW's not good at storytelling, which makes me believe that sometimes they come up with these things week to week to week, Tom. It's like there's no real advanced planning here or long-term storytelling unless it's with a guy named Punk or MJF or maybe even Sting and Darby.
Or Jericho.
But Jericho's another kind of level, though. Jericho doesn't need to be told what his stories are going to be. Jericho decides what his stories are going to be, and Jericho thinks for himself. He doesn't need creative. He is creative. That's my opinion. But I'm not happy. The reason I'm saying all this, I'm not really happy with what we're seeing from this Bullet Club Gold. They should have got a bigger debut, more impactful in the main event scene. When they brought these guys in, it should have been to maybe go after an MJF. That's my take. I don't know.
Well, in a nutshell, AEW had a niche. Okay, when they first came onto the scene, they provided the wrestling action for the wrestling fan. But I think what we found out is that long-term sustainability is built not on the in-ring work, but the storyline work, because their ratings have definitely dropped, and the WWE's is continuing to rise.
Not after Monday.
Monday Night Raw?
Terrible.
Well, I have to give them a pass for Monday Night Raw because of what happened with the planes.
Oh, breaking news from the wrestling universe. Ultimo Dragon has canceled.
Oh,
that sucks. Poor old.
that does suck.
That does suck. All right. Anybody else have anything to say on the Golden guys? What are they called? The Golden Bullet Club now?
No.
We're just changing the name.
Bad presentation.
Really bad, right? And it's sad because I believe everything that Jay White says. He is money.
Yes.
He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing, guys. If you didn't notice when he was in Impact. When he teamed up with Chris Bay, and Chris Bay wanted to get into the Bullet Club. I don't know if you guys remember that storyline. Same thing here.
Adam Cole versus Jay White will always be better. Okay.
I just think it's the same thing he did in Impact. I feel like I'm watching a repetitive.
I'm going to have some high hopes for it. Hopefully, long term, this turns around when they start recruiting more members.
No, don't recruit.
They should. I wouldn't go OD.
No, it's over. It's over.
No, one more at least so they can go after the trios title.
No, it's over.
Who's the third member of Bullet Club? Let's say we do have one, Tom. Who do you think it is? Maybe Tonga?
Everybody in the chat, just say it's over.
It's over.
Type it down.
Damn.
Lisa, John.
All right.
John, anybody.
Big shout out to Lisa and Jay and John Gilcher and Johannes and Mick Thomason. All right, let's talk about this next match, which honestly, I was kind of surprised with it, but it pisses me off to see an enhancement talent like that's what Buddy Matthews has become now. He's become an enhancement talent to enhance Orange Cassidy and to make him look even stronger, to make him look like he can break his hand and still continue in the match. I love that doctors now wear headphones while checking up on wrestlers, but I did like the fact that, Buddy Matthews didn't give a shit about the doctor, continued to stomp on his hand, stomping it in the staircase. But then towards the end of the match, you see Orange using his hand. He's using it to do springboard this and jump over the ropes and kick here. And I know Tom hates that word, false finish, and this match probably had 36 of them. Buddy Matthews, realistically, should have won this match 16 times. Okay?
Maybe he'll go to the Bullet Club.
Just Tom, I'll go to you. What did you think on this match, man?
Well, you hit it on the head. A lot of false finishes. The roll up at the end after we saw the roll up the match before. Yeah, I just have a hard time. I like Cassidy for what he did in the independent scene. I'm just not sure it's really working on the national level.
How bad are we making DDTs look out here every week now? I mean, we hit 3 DDTs in a row, and we're kicking out. Jay, what do you got?
I mean, I'm gonna go off. So, Ant,
what you got? Yeah, we're gonna stick with that.
I honestly hate seeing Buddy Matthews being used the way he's used, because that guy's fucking incredible, and he is what to me should be a main eventer. But Tony Khan's not using him like that, and I'm having a huge goddamn problem with him.
I'm so hyped right now.
I don't like the way he books.
Okay.
Jay, do your thing.
I don't even know where to start. So, for the past month or two, we have been seeing Orange Cassidy defend this international championship against the top contenders as the one you saw tonight, Butcher, etc., etc., etc. I have a problem with it. I have a problem with this. This match didn't do nothing for me. I thought it was just a bunch of DDT spots. I'm pretty sure I could do that with no experience in the ring. This is where the biggest problem comes from. If we're having all these matches for the past month, Cassidy opening Dynamite, defending the belt, defending tonight, you need to tell me, does this belt mean more than the TNT? Is it an upgrade than that? Or is it less than that? Because to me, I don't know where this fits, guys. Is this more valuable than the TNT belt? Because we all saw it was a joke tonight, right? I saw it was a joke. So I need to know, what is Tony Khan trying to tell me? I've seen this guy defend the belt all the time. Rampage, Dynamite. Is this belt more than the TNT? I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't know.
Does it mean more than TNT? I mean, they changed the name of the damn title for a reason, and they probably did that to establish more credit for it, or that it's a big title. But I don't know. I feel like when you change the name of it, it's like you're giving up on it, basically. And you're trying to mimic, international, intercontinental. How many more things can we bite off?
How can it mean more something when the people held the belt are mids? At least the TNT belt.
They're mids like everyone in attendance at Milwaukee.
So what means more and what means less? I don't know. If you guys think it means more, then hey.
I'll tell you what, that title could mean more if someone like Buddy Matthews would have won this match tonight. That would have shocked the AEW universe. Nobody would have saw it coming. Orange Cassidy winning tonight is predictable AEW booking. But Buddy Matthews doing whatever it took was necessary while having that, dude, look at what he did tonight. Everything he did looks so good. He is better than 98% of the roster in the ring. Yet,
I could live without some less leg slaps, but okay.
I'll give you that. But that's Bret Hart talking right now. Bret Hart went on a rant the other day. You guys read this Bret Hart rant? He can't even watch pro wrestling anymore.
Bret Hart gets a pass, but
Bret Hart gets a pass. But I'm hyped about this though, Jay. Look at this. June 4th, Jim Ross will be live from the wrestling universe, and I'm so happy because they originally decided it was going to be May 28th.
I'm going.
But that's the same day as BPW. That's the same day as BPW Cream of the Crop, their May pay-per-view. So I was like, shit, I'm not going to get to meet Jim Ross. But just now, Jack just posted, this will be happening now on June 4th. So not only will I be there, but I will be there loaded with coffee, cake, food, snacks, and anything and everything my man Jim Ross needs. By the end of the day, on June 4th, Jim Ross is going to know who Savage is.
We'll get him on the show. First, we're going to get Ken Anderson on the show April 22nd, and then we'll get Jim Ross.
Ken Anderson, I should call Ken Anderson live right now.
Call him right now. Tell him Jay wants to talk to him.
You think I
you don't know who Jay is? Just rewind all these tapes and see all these episodes.
This is real, guys. I am calling Mr. Kennedy right now live.
We're doing it live right here.
Fuck it. The only way I'll get this guy on the show.
Ken, it's Jay. Hello.
Ken Anderson, I cannot take your call right now. Leave you your name, number, and reason.
Ken, it's Jay. Call me back.
Boo.
Ken, it's Jay. Call me back.
You guys like how his voicemail is legit, though, right? You like that? Get you excited? Get you excited?
I told him to do that.
Listen, anyway, Orange Cassidy, Anthony, you got anything on that, or should we just move on to this? Because I like this.
No, I already gave my take on the Orange Cassidy.
I like this. Luchasaurus looks cool. Christian looks cool. This is a great package, but what are we going to do with it, Jay? If you're going to book him to be a monster, then how doesn't he just go straight to the top and destroy MJF, right?
I just think it's to debut the new mask. I mean, we knew the old mask was in a lawsuit, etc., etc. Maybe this is just a new mask they just freaking developed to get out of all that BS. That's what I think.
You know what game this is from, Jay? You don't know, really? That's from the original WrestleMania for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I don't know where this one's from, but I don't care.
I think that's from the same game.
Maybe. What are they going to do with Christian Cage, though? I mean, obviously they're going to keep him clear of Jungle Boy, I would hope, at least.
No, Tony Khan's booking, he's not.
Well, I want to talk about Tony Khan's booking in a little bit when we get towards the end of the night, because I have a lot of gripe about that main event. But,
yeah,
Jay, what do you got on Ethan Page over here coming out? Matt Hardy. We're going to get, Jesus Christ. Big Bill going to come out. Hook's going to come out. Him and Hook have some words. And then Jeff Hardy somehow made it to the arena without getting pulled over, without getting another DUI. He made it, folks. He made it live in Milwaukee.
I can't believe it.
Jay,
First of all, I thought this guy was dead. I can't believe I'm watching him on live TV after all the stunts and the silliness that a 45 over person should be doing when he shouldn't be doing. This guy should have been collecting checks out of his asses during the 2006-2007 SmackDown run as champion before CM Punk got him out of WWE. I got a big problem with this, guys. First of all, I hope Jeff is in a good place mentally and physically. Hopefully we don't see no more problems with him. But on a serious note, guys, he doesn't look good, guys. He comes out. He's not even running the way he used to run. I'll tell you, it catches a hole in your body. Maybe Korgar could be an exception, guys, but a guy that jumping off 16 feet ladders for the last fucking 5 years in a fucking row, what do you expect? I wasn't impressed. I thought the cartoon chair was just silly. Like I said, I just hope he's in a good place physically and mentally, and hopefully Tony Khan doesn't kill him on live TV.
Okay. I like the way you said that. I hope Tony doesn't kill him on live TV. All right, let's get into Kenny Omega. Kenny looked great here, but what was the point of this promo, considering what we would see minutes later? Let's not even talk about this promo right now. Let's not even talk about it yet, because let's go to this stupidity. This is the most useless, unnecessary
Because
match
people paid
you're
their money.
ever going to see on an AEW Dynamite television show. Now, Gilch made a comment saying, hey, the BCC being heels,
That's a good question.
that makes them bearable now,
That's
right?
a good question.
I
Gil.
said no.
I'm here to answer it. I'm here to answer it.
No, go for it, Jay. What do you got?
On this whole silly shit?
On the match, yeah, the match. Let's not talk about the ending yet. Just talk about the match itself.
Oh, it was just silly for me, guys. Biting, swing, slapping, blood.
Bullying,
It
basically.
was what you expect from a Moxley match. That's what all I say.
Absolute bullying, to be honest with you.
I feel so bad. I can't believe Claudio signed up for this shit, by the way. I can't believe he signed up for this shit.
Dude, it was bullying.
And by the way, can I just remind everybody for the 1,000th effing time that the people in Blackpool Combat Club are not from Blackpool? Okay. Let me just say that again.
Okay. You're not wrong, man. Look at Kenny Omega over here. This is why I didn't want to talk about the promo, because, and this really pissed me off.
Well, I'm going to talk
Because
about
in my
Kenny.
opinion,
Not now.
and Tom, I'll go to you next. I just thought this make Kenny look like a complete scumbag, and the Young Bucks look like scumbags. Like, you're back there, you just cut a promo about how you don't mess with family. Meanwhile, these guys that are part of your family are just taking an ass kicking, bleeding, getting beat on, 3-on-2 at the end. You guys, you let them even have this match? You didn't. I'm supposed to believe that you just let this match be booked, number one, and then number two, you take so long to come out and do something? I don't know. I didn't like it. Rubbed me the wrong way, Tom. What did it do to you?
You know, now that you mention it, and I didn't pick up on it at first, but that is pretty pathetic. I mean, you really opened my eyes to what happened there. That was pathetic. I mean, especially since they just were talking about it a few minutes earlier.
Yeah.
They waited way too long to come out. Way too long.
To me, that's what made it pathetic. The promo before, you're talking about family, and you don't mess with my family. Meanwhile, your family is being messed with live on TV, and you're doing nothing about it. You're there, obviously. Why didn't you come out with them?
Like, maybe they could have had it where they were in the locker room and maybe the door was bolted shut and they couldn't get out, and they switched to, like, you know, going from the backstage where they're trying to get out of the locker room, so they go back in the ring, you know, and there's a little bit of, like, you know, there's a tense moment there where they're trying to break through the door. Something as simple as that would have made it, you know, better.
To me, the way I would have booked it is Kenny comes out with them, and instead of getting that video promo, he cuts that promo live before BCC comes out and says, you know what? They want to fight you. I'm going to let them, but I'm going to be here to help them to make sure that you guys don't screw them or know nothing. He's there. If things get out of control, now they're all getting a beat down. All right? Now we have a triple team on Kenny Omega. Cue the Young Bucks that come to make the save on Kenny Omega. And they don't look like douchebags because it's already a 3-on-3. They're just coming to help their friend from getting abused. Make their comeback.
There you go.
Silly.
There you go. In a span of 2 minutes, we just gave out two better scenarios, and they had all day to work on this.
I was really poorly executed. Jay, you have anything else on this one before we move on?
You guys hit the
Anthony.
money. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm really disappointed in the way Tonykah's booking Mox and BCC. And I'm going to agree with what you guys were saying. We didn't even need the match. It could have just been a backstage brawl with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and BCC. That's what they could have done. We didn't need this match. That hokey comedy bullshit. We didn't fucking need it. Poor, way poor fucking decisions on fucking Tonykah's end. So far, I had no feelings with this match. I had no feelings when Jeff Hardy came out. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I didn't care either at all. I mean, pretty sure I saw him live on Dynamite the last time he was in the ring. I didn't care that night either. But, you know, that's my take on that. Jay, you got something for this, or are we moving on?
You guys hit the money. I'm ready to go.
All right, here we go. Let's keep it moving. We see more bullshit from Tony Schiavone having to deal with this garbage. And you're a loser, Swerve. You lost to Darby Allin. So, like, that's another thing I don't get. Like, this is supposed to be kind of like a rebuild, you know, for Swerve and the whatever the hell they're called, the Embassy. What are they called? The Empire? The Embassy? The Embassy. Yeah. This is supposed to be like a rebuild for the Embassy. And that rebuild included Swerve taking a clean loss to Darby Allin with his whole team ringside, with the Machine that we just resigned, with Prince Nana, who, by the way, interfered in the match multiple times. And you still couldn't get the job done. So, if anything, this made Swerve Strickland look like a bigger loser than he's looked like his entire career. And that's not an opinion. That's a fact. Oh, God. All right. Riho, Sky Blue, right? They're going to take on Ruby Soho, Tony Storm. Okay. And that's that's the only picture I got of this match, because I don't give a shit. This match was shit. That power driver was shit. This is shit. Soraya's shit. The whole spray paint is shit.
How long, I'm sorry to cut you off, Savage, but how much longer are we going to do this storyline with the outsiders and Britt and, you know, and Britt?
What's their official name? The Outfits? The Outcasts?
Yeah, the Outcasts, sorry.
The Outcasts. More like the Rejects, all right? Ruby Soho's the only one out of those three that should even have any kind of a run in AEW. I would put the strap on her. I think she can beat Jamie Hayter. I think she can be the AEW Women's Champion. Ruby's that damn good. Saraya, maybe down the road. I don't know. I'm not sold on Saraya at all. Especially trying to come out acting like a badass with spray paint.
Tony made a huge fucking mistake with Ruby. I'm going to tell you this right now. What he did was she debuted, had the feud with Britt, and then at Grand Slam in 2021, had her face Ruby.
I don't know. I'm already over it. Britt Baker, the fact that Britt Baker's even involved in any of this shit, I feel bad for Britt too, because Britt should be involved in like some crazy dramatic storyline right now. Britt is so talented. She can do anything. Jay, what did you say? You said Britt's not talented?
She's only talented as a dentist, but go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Wow. Don't ever disrespect the DMD like that ever.
I'm disrespecting.
She's better than everyone in that ring.
I got to take on this. I know why you feel the way you feel. I know why Anthony feels he needs to drop the F words on this, because the baby faces are not believable, right? I did tell you, you have to make baby faces believable against heels, especially former WWE superstars, by the way. I don't believe it is Sky Blue, guys. I've been telling you, if I had to pick between Willow and Sky Blue, I'd put Willow on my team any day, any night. Sky Blue is unbelievable. Riho is a joke. I know, first ever champion. It's unbelievable. Even when she comes with that pipe out of the ring. It's unbelievable. The spray paint, I've been telling you guys, it's flat. I've been telling you this at the beginning. It does not work. Even when Saraya was going like this, it doesn't work. The crowd's not into it. They don't care about it. But they still continue to do it. I don't know why Tonykahn is doing this, but I didn't know if Britt was saving the day or slipping and busting her ass on the ramp. I don't know what it was.
Probably both.
I didn't really know who was saving the day in this. But for her to be in this, and Jamie Hayter and all this, I know you're trying to do a blood and guts on me, because I ain't that stupid, but you need to make me have believable baby faces teaming up against these heels. And if you're going to put Sky Blue and Willow and Riho and whoever, I can't believe it. That's why it's a joke.
Jay, what I think they're going to do, they're going to do this at Blood and Guts. It's going to be Hayter.
A Blood and Guts.
It's going to be Hayter, Baker, and Riho.
And who else?
Against?
It has to be somebody else.
No, it would just be a 6-woman tag match.
You got to put Willow, Sky Blue. I can't take that serious. I can't.
It's just garbage. Either way you look at
Savage
it.
just said Britt Baker is a top star. She's talented. How can I take her against Sky Blue on live TV on Dynamite?
I'm trying to think with all my power right now, what could I do to save this entire shit show to make it entertaining for me? And I can't think of a thing. Except maybe firing half of the people in that ring right here on this
picture. Let's not forget, guys, Britt Baker has a bad rep, if you guys didn't notice, especially in the house show with Anna Jay, and she couldn't lead Anna Jay, and it was probably the shittiest 10 minutes of pro wrestling I've seen. That's bad, too. And I don't think she could lead, man. I'm
so sick of talking about bad, and the problem is it's only going to continue here in the main event. It's only going to continue. So before we continue into the main event and how bad it was and how dumb it was and just bad, probably the worst main event in Dynamite history, in my opinion. Instead of doing that, we're going to go to the upcoming events. Soon, very soon, this Friday, actually, I'll find out. I'm going to lock a date for sure. And if I don't lock a date, Tom, you have my word. David LaGreca will leave ISPW with a bruise on his chest when I'm done chopping him viciously. So he's either going to give me a date and lock it in, or he's going to get chopped dramatically. He can call the cops. I won't be there when they show up. But David LaGreca is going home with a fucking bruise. So you might want to give him a warning. So hopefully David LaGreca is a smart man, locks up a date Friday to be on this show and do the interview that I've been dying to do for a while. It is coming soon. Outlaw Wrestling, now sponsored by Wrestling with Savage. And I'm super excited to announce tomorrow at the Wrestling Universe. That is correct. You didn't hear me say something else. I said tomorrow, April 13th, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. You can meet Speedball Mike Bailey for a very cheap price, and he's one of those stars that you'll say in a few years I should have went and met him when I could have met him that day at the Wrestling Universe when Savage Kingdom Promotions brought him down. After that's over, you can see Matt Cardona make his debut at Outlaw Wrestling, and this is going to be one of those events, guys, that is going to be insane. This is the biggest event in Outlaw Wrestling history. It is going to be packed to the rafters. So if you are going to come early. The doors open 7 o'clock. The show starts at 8. I guarantee you that if you're not there by 7, you might not even be able to get in the building. This is going to be beyond sold out. We're going to get a last match wrestling musical show. We're going to see Man Bun Jesus and the Slime Balls take on Sonny Kiss and the Silk City Kings. Crowbars taking on Marcus Mathers. Channing Thomas taking on Aaron Rourke. Little Mean Kathleen taking on Tina San Antonio. Sasaki, I gotta say his name correctly. Daisaki, I think, versus Mike Bailey. And this match is brought to you by Wrestling with Savage. I've never seen this man wrestle, but I've heard nothing but incredible things from a lot of different people that I've asked. So I'm super excited to see this matchup tomorrow. Alpha Jr. is going to be defending the Outlaw Championship against Homicide. Can Homicide regain his Outlaw Championship? We'll find out live tomorrow night in what's going to be one hell of a matchup. And then, like I said, Friday, Rage in the Cage. I will be there. Total Watam will be there. Anthony, I got bad news for you. You're no longer the head of security. Now, for at least Friday night, Total Watam will be the head of security.
Meaning he's going to be the one wearing the vest.
Yep.
Thank God.
Correct. Well, that's because you won't be there. I wouldn't even want to know how long it would take you to make it to New Jersey. I would not want to know. Matter of fact, let's show this. We're going to show something right now, guys. Can I download this? I can download it, and I'm going to download it.
Oh, shit.
All right, perfect. Let me share this. You guys will die laughing anyway right now. I promise this will bring a smile to everyone's face. This is the head of security going through security, Tom, at the UPS Arena.
This was, what, like 10, 20 minutes?
Well, I only got 4 seconds, apparently, and this is compliments of the king. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, the hand to the king right there. That's good stuff, Anthony. Luckily for you, Tom, there won't be any security like
No.
that at ISPW.
Good
right?
point. Good point.
But
Yep.
now I've learned for future reference, we can bring that thing in much easier. You just put it in a bag, and then you put it on once you're inside. You can literally put it on right in front of them after you've already gone through it. Once they let you in, there's nothing they can do. Oh man!
And you guys couldn't have thought of that last Wednesday,
Nah,
Travis.
you need a job working for Outlaw. I need a job working for Outlaw. Damn it! Mike Bailey is a very nice guy, man. But should we do it, guys? I guess we're gonna get into the main event in a minute. Not much to talk about in that main event. But that is the steel cage we're supposedly going to see at ISPW on Friday. Super excited about that. 0 Hour, Macardona, Casey Navarro. A lot of other matches being announced for this. You can meet Marty Jannetty. Come party with Marty May 6th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Be a lot of superstars there. And then also I will be, the Savage Kingdom, will be there in full force. Anthony, I believe you said you were working that day, so we did not get you a ticket for this.
No, yeah, I am working that day.
Yeah, so you're working that day, but Gilch, Jay, myself, Total Watam will be in attendance. And this should be a very interesting day, because if MJF thinks he's going to autograph something of mine and then throw it across the room without receiving severe repercussions, my God, is he mistaken. I am not a mark. I am a true fan.
I'm going to get a call from Jay.
If he treats me, I tell you right now, Tom, if he treats me like a mark, he's going to feel like a Linda when I'm done with him. And to kick his nuts right off.
Updated on what's going on that
You know,
day.
if anything, MJF's more like a Karen than most of the Karens I see on TV. You know, I know they have Chelsea Green playing the Karen character on Raw, but I feel like sometimes MJF is the Karen of AEW. I'm not even wrong when I say that, because he bitches about everything. Oh, whatever, man. All right, main event time.
I got my ticket, by the way, for April 30th.
Awesome. Are you coming solo, or is anybody from your crew coming?
Just me, man.
Oh, man, we can't convince any of them. Why can't Randy come?
I'll ask. I didn't ask anybody else.
Why not?
I'll ask.
My God. Total what, Tom?
Because I was going to make a whole day of it. I was going to try and get there early and stay late. You know, I didn't want to, drive up.
No. That's a good point. If you want to make a day of it and, have some fun, we'll do some shit in the ring, do interviews, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to get there early, take a look at the place, and soak it all in.
You'll have a good time. Trust me.
Yeah.
You'll have a good time. All right, let's get back. Who wants to go first? Because I have a lot to say on this, and I'm going to save it for after all you guys. So
let me just go first, and then I'll put a bow on it for me. So the last 4 matches previous to this had run-ins. Terrible booking. I don't understand it. I mean, we had Hardy come into the ring. We had the Bucks and Omega come into the ring. We had Britt come into the ring. We had Jamie Hayter come into the ring. And I think I'm missing somebody too. And then this had somebody also interfere at the end. So just very weak. How can you have like 4, 5 matches in a row end that way? Didn't like it.
I agree with you. 100%. Jay,
but I will say this: Keith Lee's a good talent. I mean, they just got to market him the right way.
I agree with that as well. That's a good statement.
Mm-hmm.
Marketed, booked like this, he's made to look stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And he deserves more time than what he got on the show. A Jericho Keith Lee match should be a half-hour match. Jay, I'm saving it. What do you got?
First of all, Keith Lee look old as F and has been exposed. He is not a great wrestler, guys. I'm sorry. He's just been exposed on live TV tonight. Not only was this a shit of a match that I have ever seen in my life, but we have been exposed. You have been exposed, Tonykahn. You have been exposed by basically putting Keith Lee back to the same old shit where Swerve Strickland from a year ago. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Looking, this is bad. Everything on paper. I hate it. I hate the fact that I'm watching Keith Lee wrestle. I can't even watch this man. It is truly over for me.
That's
as
Keith's
a
career
Keith
right there.
fan. It is truly over. And
Keith Lee has absolutely
the same comical shit. So I'm not gonna say nothing about that. Because you know why? You know why, Savage? Because I told you and I told everybody in the Savage Kingdom that Adam Cole lost his balls when his wife, aka Izzy, came out with all that confetti. Oh, yeah, I love you. Yeah, you're back. He came back from all that. And he lost his balls. And he has the nerve to do the same comical shit that I seen Jericho did to him. And I told you guys, everything that Jericho, anything that's hot, anybody that's hot, Jericho won't touch it because his ego is just like those EVPs of the Young Bucks, which I'm wearing right now. Just like CMPunk because they love it in their blood. You just had to touch it. And you know what happens? You know what happens? The same thing that Bray Wyatt touches. Anything it turns to shit. It turns to shit. And I can't watch this no more as an Adam Cole fan. It disgusts me. Anthony always asks, "No, do you have Adam Cole? I know you wear Adam Cole t-shirts." I have to burn it, Anthony, because I don't know what I'm watching. That's the Adam Cole right there. That's just something that I don't know what is. I don't know if that's his Rice version. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I'm done. That's the vote.
This match should have been Keith Lee versus Chris Jericho, a real match, and Keith Lee should have won. Jericho had no problem putting over Action Andretti. He had no problem putting over this other guy. He had no problem putting over Garcia. He had no problem putting over Ricky Starks. He had no problem putting over, but we can't put over Keith Lee. And you're right. Why is Keith Lee gone 1 year? And then the first thing you do with him when he comes back is immediately get Swerve Strickland involved with him. When Swerve Strickland opened the night to start off a new feud with Darby Allin. What are we doing? And then you make him look like a loser. And then at the end of the night, you made Keith Lee look like a loser. And then you got to get Adam Cole involved? For what reason? What business does Adam Cole have to do with this storyline right now? Whatever heat he had on his back, it's like he was on fire and they just dunked him in a pool.
I don't know. I'm at a loss.
Anthony, you got anything for this shit show of a match?
I could just give a shit less.
I get it. It was bad.
It's terrible booking on Tonykahn.
Yes.
And I agree.
See, I got you, Tom. I listen to you. Tom wanted to talk about this movie. It's called Ranfield or Ramfield?
Renfeld.
Reinfeld.
It just looks interesting. It looks comical. I like horror. I like Dracula, so I want to give it a shot.
I agree. Worst main event in AEW history, but I love Nicolas Cage. I was talking about him the other day. Nicolas Cage is one of the best actors of all time. He's been in some of the best movies. Speaking of Nicolas Cage, I want to know right now. We're gonna change this panel up. We got a few minutes left before we hit the hour mark. What is everybody's favorite Nicolas Cage movie of all time?
Face Off.
Good
Man,
choice.
That is a good one.
That's a good
That's
choice.
A very good one.
Hands down.
I'll throw mine out there first. After Jay, Raising Arizona.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Con Air. That would have been my. That would have been
Good.
close.
I like
I'll
my
say
second
Face.
favorite is Face Off, then The Rock, then Gone in 60 Seconds.
I don't know. I got Con Air at number 2.
Con Hair's up there, but it gets worse every time you see it.
I like
Con Air.
Leaving Las Vegas.
Great movie. I also like that movie about the lotto ticket. Forgot the name of it. Where he wins the lotto ticket, he shares it with the waitress. Yeah, it could happen to you. Anthony, do you have a favorite Nicolas Cage movie, or have we put you to sleep with this Nicolas Cage talk?
What was that movie that he did with Cher?
Oh, Moonstruck. Great
Yeah.
movie. Absolute classic.
Yeah.
I believe that's an Oscar award-winning movie as well.
That's from the 80s. That's
That
going
is-
back
that's
a
from,
ways.
that's from the late 80s, man. Yeah, Nicolas Cage didn't have a hand in that one. He was the brother of the man she was supposed to marry, and then
Right.
he ends up falling in love with him. And, it was a good movie, though. That was Cher's, I believe, was that her acting debut as well?
I think so.
I think so. I can't believe Anthony loves Cher. You should change your name to Anthony Loves Cher.
Yeah.
Travis
And,
wants to hear more Final Fantasy.
More Final Fantasy? Maybe.
You had the background music, yeah.
Okay. Maybe.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Did you see that yet?
Not yet, no. Not
I
yet.
want.
I want to see it in the theaters. I don't
Yeah.
want to watch it at home.
I'll wait.
I would like to see this one in the theaters, though, Jay. You
Sorry.
have any comments about what's his name? He boycotted the movie because there's no Hispanics playing Mario or Luigi.
One
What
of the
was it?
craziest things I ever seen in my life.
John Leguizamo boycotted the movie. He was obviously in the original
He's
Super
right.
Mario Brothers movie.
He's right though.
He
Is he?
boycotted it because why?
There's
Because
Hispanics.
because no Hispanics were playing Mario or Luigi.
Oh.
I get it, but you really
Okay,
need to
so-
boycott it?
Who saw the movie?
I didn't see it yet.
I don't
So
think
It's
it's out
hard
yet,
for me
is
to
it?
judge. It's hard. For
Oh,
me
it just
to
came
judge.
out. It just came out.
It did just come out.
I don't know. People are saying the original's better than this.
There's no way that's even remotely possible.
That's what they say.
Dude, they're trolling you nasty. That
I'm
original
not.
movie is
That's what, I can look it up. I can look it up for you.
Was the original with Captain Lou Albano?
Nah, it was like
no, that
Bob
was a
Harris.
TV show. That was the TV
Oh.
show.
Wasn't it the cop from Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
That dude.
He played Mario, and then John Leguizamo played Luigi. I'm trying to remember who played the bad guy. The bad guy was someone famous too. He's been in a bunch of movies. But it was bad. It was the worst adaptation of a video game I've ever seen in my life.
Mm.
Street Fighter with Jean-Claude Van Damme did a better job of mimicking a video game.
What did you think of The Last of Us? Did you see that?
Not yet, no.
No.
I haven't even beat the game yet. I'm halfway
2
through
thumbs
the
up
game.
for
I
that.
beat the game.
I've been watching. What have I been watching?
I know
I've
what
been watching.
happened. So.
You guys probably don't watch the show Dave, which is sad if you don't.
What show?
Dave. It's called Dave.
Dave.
It's
Oh,
based
it's on
on
HBO.
no, it's on FX. It's
Right.
based on the rapper Little Dicky. Do you know Little Dicky? Tell it what, Tom.
Yeah.
He's looking at his dick. All right, listen to your Little Dick, Tom. It's gonna be all right. Little Dicky is a rapper who honestly is one of the most talented rappers, but he refuses to put out music. He makes like random songs here and there. He doesn't really put out albums. But a few years ago, he dropped a show called Dave, and the show's about his life, basically, how he became famous, how he became a rapper. It's a very good show. It's one of the best comedies out on TV.
Ooh. Somebody said Last of Us 2 ruined the franchise.
I didn't play Last of Us 2 or
Really?
Last of Us 1, man.
I agree. There was some parts that I didn't want to play with. What was that? Abby girl? I didn't want to play with her, man.
2 games I want to beat this year.
don't
I need to beat the new God of War
I don't
Ragnarok,
like that.
and I got to beat The Last of Us, the original one.
Which one?
Before I get God of War. I have to beat God
Oh,
of War.
I'm into it right now.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I'm
It's just hard
almost
for me to sit down and play it anymore, man. For more than an hour.
Yeah, you see, it was that Abby girl. Yeah, I get it.
Okay. I heard the show is different from the game, though.
I heard it's like a mix, right? It's like together with the game. You play
heard
part one, right?
They basically they go into characters that aren't really from the show from the game too much.
I don't know. I heard they're making a 3, but I don't know how that's possible. I don't know.
I'm waiting for Heels season 2. Have you guys watched Heels season 1?
I like the first season, yeah.
What is that on?
It's on
Stars.
Stars.
Stars? Okay.
Yeah. You don't like Heels, Jay? I'm surprised. Show about wrestling that CM Punk was even in?
I just finished the White Lotus, so I'm kind of.
I gotta watch White Lotus. A lot
I'm
of people
waiting
have been
for
telling
that
me
to
about
come
White
out.
Lotus.
Yeah.
Mandalorian's been fantastic this season.
I like to watch like the series when all the season comes out, all the episodes, instead
Yeah,
of just, like waiting a week here and next week. And
I like to do that
Power
sometimes.
now. I'm watching Power Ghosts.
Power Ghost too?
Yeah, Power Ghosts with his son.
Man,
I don't know.
what
It's on
that is.
Stars.
Couple of movies I've watched
Spin-off from
lately.
Power.
I watched Cocaine Bear, which I had a good time with. I thought it was fun. It's a fun movie. It's not you can't take that movie serious. I saw the movie with Brendan Fraser, The Whale.
That was a great movie, bro. I like that movie.
I just didn't. The ending was too cliche, though.
You know why I like this, Savage?
He's like, read it to me, and he just
You know
dies.
why,
He
you
goes
know
into the
why I
light.
liked it? Because it was filmed exactly how the play was. It was just in one setting,
Yeah,
the whole entire movie.
he did a great
That's why I
job.
liked it.
I
was
won't.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
no, he did a great job. He deserves any
he did,
credit
he did,
or
he did.
awards he got. And then
Okay.
what else did I watch? I know I watched Wakanda 2 recently.
I saw Wakanda. That was okay.
It was okay.
I'm not a
I-
fan of it.
When I was in LA, I went to the Chinese theater because I just had to go to that iconic, venue, and I saw Dungeons and Dragons, and I really enjoyed it. And the theater is fantastic, by the way.
I was gonna ask how the theater there was.
Oh, you walk in, and the first thing you see is a stormtrooper. Then you see Darth Vader. Then you see the woman Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind. They didn't have Twizzlers, which I was upset at. They had Red Vines, which I'm not a big fan of. Popcorn was pretty good, and the movie theater itself was just majestic. And the best part of all is that they had old school curtain, and then when it was time for the movie to show,
it opens.
It just opened, very, slowly.
It reminds me of AMC at Times Square.
What's that? I'm sorry?
It reminds me of AMC at Times Square when the curtains go.
I used to have fun going to those.
I haven't been there, so I didn't know what
you haven't been there? It's nice.
The theaters in the city, the new ones, they're very nice. They're very modern, obviously, all that.
Nice, a lot of leg space.
Very expensive, though. The best theater I ever been to, though, is downtown, Jay, by the World Trade Center. The one where you have a waiter.
The I theater?
The I pick or whatever the fuck it's called.
They serve you food and shit.
This theater, Tom, is out of this world. You get a pillow, you get a blanket, you get a recliner, you get a waiter, you get a bartender. You order drinks, you order food during the movie, after the movie, before the movie. But, long story short, you go to a movie with your wife, end up costing you like $250, $300. So
yeah, it's expensive,
bro. If you get like 2-3 drinks each, and then food and apps and tickets, it's insane. But it's a hell of a nice experience. It's something you do once in a while. I'm actually looking forward to my anniversary this year because I'm coming to your neck of the woods, Tom. Have you heard of the Sojo Spa?
No, what's that?
It's in New Jersey, in Hoboken. It's probably the best spa in the country.
My daughters probably know it. They frequent Hoboken a lot.
Yeah, you go there, you get fully pampered, immersive experience. They have pools, saunas, massage.
Oh, it's not a bar.
That. Okay. No, this is a VIP full service. Infinity pools on every floor that look out into the whole city, skyscrapers, and gorgeous place. Run you about if you want to take you and your wife and get the massage and the full shit, about $600.
Wow.
But you come out of there feeling good. Spend the whole day over there.
Mine's coming up very, very soon.
Congratulations.
Saturday, the 29th.
Saturday? Yours is coming up. Mine's in August.
29th.
Yeah, mine's is August 19th.
Well, double congratulations, Jay, on your anniversary and your birthday.
Thank you.
Nice. I also saw Shazam mid. Did anybody see the new Creed 3?
Not yet.
No, I haven't had an opportunity, man.
There's a Tetris movie that came out that I actually want to
I heard that was really good.
My friend saw it. It was really good. Yep.
How's the 65 movie?
Or it's trash.
Trash, right?
Really? Wow. That's too bad.
Trying to think. I saw The Menu. That was fantastic movie.
That's great.
I liked it.
That was a fantastic movie. I like how that one girl gets away.
Yeah.
It took me a while to realize that the girl in the whale is the girl from Stranger Things, Jay.
Yes.
Crazy,
I didn't pick that up right away, man. Yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah.
She was better than all of them. In my opinion, she was better than everybody in that movie. Very believable.
I like the Asian woman because she was like the comedy relief.
What'd you guys think of Top Gun Maverick? I actually enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Double thumbs
right?
Up. Yeah.
Awesome. Better than the original.
Yes. By far.
Action. Super action based, man.
By far.
Chupa. My wife tried to make me watch Chupa.
Who?
It's a new movie based on the Chupacabra.
I'm good, man. I'm good.
You're good? I saw A Man Called Otto with Tom Hanks. Kind of sad. Kind of sad.
Okay.
Good movie, but kind of sad. There is a good movie called X.
What?
X.
Like what? X what?
It's set in 1979, adult movie actors and a small film
crew.
I
saw that, bro.
It has the girl from Wednesday.
I saw that and Pearl.
Yo, how good was that movie?
Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, you should watch X. You'll really...
I saw it.
No, I'm talking Tom to watch it.
Oh.
That was
you gotta watch Pearl after that. You gotta watch Pearl.
I wanted to ask before we end the show because we got Anthony over here. He's done so. Anthony,
yeah, my wife and I, we watched Elvis last night.
Elvis, incredible movie. That was my favorite movie last year.
By the way, Savage, when we were talking about icons about a week ago, I said Babe Ruth, Michael Jordan. You said Bruce Lee. Gotta add Elvis.
Elvis, 100%. Iconic. One of the most important men in the history of life.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask, did you guys see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
No.
Is that the R-rated
I heard
one?
it was really trash and disturbing, but I want to watch it.
You want to watch it? I'm curious.
I want to watch it.
What if?
No, I'm very curious.
What if Winnie the Pooh met Cocaine Bear?
Maybe.
So you guys really believe that story that the bear ate cocaine and killed people?
I don't know if it killed people, but it definitely ate cocaine and probably lost its fucking mind. Probably died.
I think he ate it and died.
Yeah, he ate it and died. No, maybe he was acting loopy though. Maybe he was acting loopy. Imagine he just goes on the highway and starts flipping cars and shit. All right, a movie that I did see that you guys should watch if you've never watched it, Luther. It's based on a show from the UK. You know Idris Elba, Jay?
Yeah, I know.
Idris Elba. He had a show in the UK called Luther where he played a detective. Had like 3 seasons. Very good show. They made a movie. The movie is... You don't need to watch any of the show.
Where's that at?
They have it on all over. Online.
All over?
Yeah. It came out in theaters and stuff. Luther.
Netflix?
I don't think it's on Netflix. Actually, it is on Netflix.
All right.
That's right. Luther. You should watch 2 hours.
Yeah, Travis said Luther was amazing.
I'll tell you what the movie I compare it to. I compare it to my experience watching The Fugitive. Edge of your seat. Remember The Fugitive?
I'm going to go watch it right now.
You should watch it. You'll love it. Luther was fantastic.
You know what's a great show, which I always thought they'd do a movie? 24.
Oh yeah, 24 was good. There's a new show on there's a new show on Paramount with that guy called the Rabbit Hole.
Yeah, I know.
I haven't seen it yet. John Gilcher told me to watch it.
Man, I always thought they. Damn, man.
The premise was good, Jay. Man. The premise was good. I liked it.
That was pretty good too.
They had they kind of had like what we have right here with the 4 screens.
Yeah, it's exactly the way. Yeah.
How was the new Scream?
Haven't seen it yet.
I might watch that tonight.
But
actually,
Jenna Ortega is back in it, so it should be good.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think she's fantastic, man. Wednesday was one of the best shows on Netflix last year.
It's funny how she's just popular, but she's been in all these movies in front of everybody's faces.
Because that's what happens. The right when it comes out.
Now we know her. Oh my God, she was in that movie before.
It's the same thing with wrestlers. Wrestlers been killing it for years.
You gotta get a breakthrough. That's what I'm saying.
And then finally get their
brass ring. Take that brass ring and make something out of it.
You gotta go with it. All right. Well, anyway, that was enough of Wrestling with Savage. Do you guys have anything else you want to touch on? Or we just end this?
I just wish Dynamite had better booking, man. I think it's bad creative ideas, bad booking.
Well, let's see what's going to happen next week. Good luck to them selling out Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. At this point, good luck at selling Grand Slam. You couldn't even sell out UBS Arena. Those tickets are cheap. And the parking is easy.
Couldn't believe those images.
Unbelievable. Travis says Scream was meh. It was mid. All right. It wasn't mid. It was meh.
Happy birthday again, Jay.
Happy birthday, Jay. Everybody, thank you for watching Wrestling with Savage. Tom, as always, appreciate you. Next week, have us something ready for anything you want to promote for Tommy over there. And obviously, Monday, you'll be here. We'll be talking about the Rage in the Cage on Monday. So everybody have a great weekend.
And the Outlaw Show.
And, of course, the Outlaw Show. Everybody have a great weekend. Jay, go enjoy the rest of your birthday. Anthony, go get some sleep. I know you love sleep, just like he loves wrestling. And Savage, we'll see you guys tomorrow night live. I will be posting some videos from Outlaw Wrestling. So stay tuned. Everybody have a good night. Take care and God bless. Why are you yelling? I'm excited.
That's it.
Nice stiffy.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud say you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
It does not begin now. It actually ends now. And Travis, I just wanted to give you an update. Yes, I am feeling a whole hell of a lot better than yesterday. Tonight, I'm going to go get some more sleep and feel even better tomorrow. So I appreciate you asking that. I appreciate you being here. Luther was 7 seasons. I only thought it was 3 because I stopped watching it because they didn't make a new one. Wow, I got a lot to catch up on. I appreciate you, Travis. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you guys right here next time live on Wrestling with Savage.